With the crucial COP26 climate conference taking place around the corner this weekend, we speak to Kouame N'dri Benjamin-Francklin, a West African cocoa farmer, regarding his hopes and aspirations for encouraging world leaders to drive genuine change to tackle the climate crisis which is impacting in West Africa and around the world.
This opportunity for us producers has come very timely because the situation is very dire for small producers, and we are very hopeful for this opportunity to speak to global leaders about our situation. And so for me, it gives me hope. The time it's a very urgent. It has come at a good time because us producers are very much affected.
What are you ultimately hoping to get in terms of legislation from the COP26? Do you think legislation can be achieved from the event?
Yes, we are looking for change in climate legislation, and all the promises that were made as the COP, the protocols that have been made concerning climate change. We want leaders to adhere to these promises to make farmers resilient and to adopt new agricultural methods and technology. Also, on the side of legislation, the law must establish what each actor in the supply chain must do. We producers are doing our part, and we want all actors and those who are at the helm of affairs should also take action.
So can you explain how Fairtrade is working in Ivory Coast and how much of a difference it has made in the country?
I am a cocoa farmer, and as a result of Fairtrade, I have been able to diversify into other crops like banana and rice. Now, because of climate change, we don't know when the rains will come. I was expecting the rains in March, in April, and it's now that the rains are coming. So it's very difficult to plan. And then we also have the heat, and our soils are devastated. The soil quality is poor. I have a farm in the region of Yamoussoukro, which is between the forest and savanna regions. And as you know, the trees are disappearing, and the situation of climate change is really hitting us. But we as producers or cooperatives have joined Fairtrade, and as a result of our association with these cooperatives, we are receiving some training which is helping us to adapt and also to be resilient. As I speak to you now, we have some of our producers that we have given seedlings to plant trees to serve as afforestation. And we are also giving training for us to fix the soil, to enriching it more with nutrients. Okay, so I would like to precisely say again that in our cooperatives, we have women, we have youth, and we have adults. Our women are very enterprising in the sense that they are diversifying apart from cocoa into other produce which they sell on the local markets. But today, I am very afraid for these women because of climate change. There might be no future for farming, and more especially for the youth. I fear that the high risk that we are hitting us in the face is that the youth would not like to go into agriculture. We risk having the youth not wanting to go into agriculture for the future. And so we are making an urgent appeal to all global actors to invest in resilient agriculture and technologies that can help us to sustain the agricultural sector. Because as of next year, for instance, we are not sure how climate conditions will affect our production and revenue. I am a cocoa farmer, and I come from a very far town. But for me to be given this opportunity to sit at a table of global leaders to have my voice heard, we as producers, is to say that already we are contributing in our own way towards being a solution to climate change, because we deal directly with the land and the soil, and we are helping through our activity to preserve the ecology. And so we want global leaders to respect what we bring to the table, and we also want to engage them to invest towards food security for the future. I want to give you an example. Agriculture is very important. Our production is important. If you look at any table anywhere around the world, if you look at a plate, consider that it is agricultural produce that we find on this plate. And so that tells you that we producers are ready to nourish the world, to provide food security for the world. And so we want all the support to be able to do that. We want our youth to live. We want our women. And I know that those who are hearing me would also join me to make this appeal strongly to those who matter. I feel it very much as a sentiment. I'm very passionate about it because the future is now. We have to act now.